Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. It's me, Elma, the non-tech techie, and today we have a guest who is here with us for the second time. It's Pratik Ghela, and he is the founder of MakeForms. Now, Pratik is going to show us why MakeForms is the next gen alternative, not just an alternative actually, but a far more superior alternative to Typeform. And I'm so happy that they actually came back to Rocket Hub because I know quite a lot of people missed this deal the time that they were on Rocket Hub. I believe that was last September. So thanks for coming back and giving us a chance to purchase the Make Forms again. So, okay, let's go to Pratik. And Pratik, we might have some viewers who do not know you yet. So if
Mm-hmm.
you could please introduce yourself and tell us why you created Make Forms and what your background, your company structure, and stuff like that, please.
Yeah, sure. So, hi everyone. I am Pratik, and I'm the Elma said, I am founder of MakeForms. So this is probably our second product. We also have one more product called Make Stories, and like I have run an agency for almost 15 years, and I've used a lot of form tools myself. And there were times when if I had to create something like a form which was very complicated, then like most of the form builders won't be able to do that, and then I had have to go to my developer and get those things done. So just to give you an example, like if let's say today you want to build a form where you have uh, linked drop downs, like you select drop down number one, and then based on the data of drop down number one, drop down two, the values for drop down number two load, which is called linked drop downs. So something like this was never possible in any form tools, and then we felt that today if you see if all the form tools, uh, like we feel that form is such an important part of the entire ecosystem to collect data, but like all the forms look very bland, so we thought that forms should look beautiful. And Typeform, we love Typeform. They've done an amazing job by making forms beautiful. But today if you search on Google as to why is Typeform, the first thing that comes up is why is Typeform so expensive. And so we found, and we did our own research a little bit, and we understood that there is definitely a gap in the market, where the market today is looking out for the most superior form builder. On top of that, we understood that today everyone is looking for a form tool that is what you say that is heavily focused on privacy and security. And our mission at Typeform is to our mission at MakeForms is to literally build the most secure and powerful and privacy focused form builder, and that is exactly what we are doing. So today we are HIPAA, we are GDPR, CCPA, then ISO, SOC 2, and PIPEDA, which is a Canadian privacy law. And then we are Australian DPA compliant, which is Australia specific privacy framework. So we are heavily focused on being uh, the privacy focused and security focused form builder tool while making forms beautiful. So that's our mission at Make Forms, and it's been only 1.5 years since we've started building Make Forms, and we launched LTD in September. And actually, Elma, you should not thank me. You should thank Charlie, because he's the one who has convinced me
Ah,
to, to bring back LTD, because he was like, Pratik, you really need to come back. Because I was like, I thought that maybe I don't want to keep on doing the LTD again and again. And he said that this is probably the last time I'm going to ask you to bring make forms to the table. So I was like, okay, cool, then let's do it because, and I think that Charlie has done an amazing job in bringing the best LTDs in the market. So the fact that like now I would say Rocket Hub is probably the platinum standard for LTD world. And if Charlie Rocket Hub is asking us to come back, then it's like I think it's a good thing for us. And yeah, so I already see that people are commenting that data center preference and calculation feel like fantastic. So yeah, that is definitely something that people are loving, and we are now taking this one step ahead. So initially, what used to happen uh, is that number one, right now you had to like connect your account to your data center. So let's say today, Elma, you had your MakeForm account and you selected EU data center. So you all the workspaces that you create will be created in EU region. But for some reason, let's say you want to have your data stored in US region, then you would have to create another account, which we understood that is probably like we can find more efficient way to do that. And so what we are doing now is that starting in 2024, our team is working on assigning the data center based on the workspace. So today you can have your account. Okay, you can have one workspace having its data center in EU, and you can have another workspace having its data center in US. So we anticipate that by probably uh, mid of Q2 2024, our users will be able to select data center for every workspace. And on top of that, we are also bringing two more data centers, one in either in Australia or New Zealand, and the another one somewhere in Southeast Asia. So we are bringing in more data regions because these days people really want to, have a choice as to where their data should stay, because it's a very known fact that like there are going to be more regulations coming in, while countries really cannot force you to decide that you must store your data in your own country. But we are seeing this pattern evolving a lot, where people are choosing to people really want the choice to select like where they can host their data. So these are
Oh,
the new things that we have already started working on. So two new pops and the way to select workspace, like data center on workspace level. So you don't need to actually subscribe for multiple MakeForms account. So what we are thinking is that actually doing it on account level is very much, it is empowering MakeForms, because we can like have multiple subscriptions. But like I always think that power lies two way. Okay, so it's like I empower the user, and empowering and then the users will empower us. So we want the users to have all the power, and we do not want them to be dependent on MakeForms for anything. So that's the whole like ideology on which we've built MakeForms, I would say.
right. And it's one of the best form builders right now that
Yeah.
actually ever came in the market. Now, um, that change that you are doing is actually quite huge, because I do remember that, okay, created my account. I had to choose between US and EU. Like, why do I have to choose this? Can I not have both in one account? So I have another account just for the US version, or for the
Yeah.
US database. So MakeForms has a lot of features. Do you want to show us what's new? Yes, what is new,
Yep,
and also the documentation. I believe you are now starting to update that.
yep. We are starting like so. I'm creating the documentation myself. Um, and yeah, so you can check it out at makeforms.io/docs, and it's like I'm adding more documentation every day. So this will only keep on growing, and then we are also creating videos on YouTube and putting them up. So this is it. So a couple of new things. So first thing that we've launched is uh, now when you will create a form, you will be provided with two options: either the standard form, which is a normal form, or else you will be able to select one at a time. And then when you start from scratch, I will write uh, what's it's like entity, right?
Yes,
Like,
that's correct.
okay. So now what we've understood is that when you create a form, you really don't know what kind of form do you want. Like, do you want one at a time, or do you want like a normal form? So this is a staging feature waiting to go live. So if you do not, let's say you started creating one at a time form, and you think, no, I want this to be a normal form. So what you can do is you can just go into form settings, turn off one at a time, and boom, yeah, you have your normal editor. So let's say you've added all your fields. Okay, now you feel that, okay, I need this to be one at a time. All you do is you enable one at a time, and then you have it. Like, now you can go in and you can start writing what is your name. So today, let's say if you are using Typeform, you literally cannot change the button text, or you cannot change the placeholder value. And it's not like I'm just trying to just say random things. If you search Typeform, let's say placeholder value change, okay, and now if you see here, it says that we don't have the option to change the placeholders in the contact form. Just imagine, like, this is such an important thing that you literally want to change this, and you want to write here, let's say you can have your name here, and you literally see here that people are talking about this, and this is almost 1 year ago. Okay, people are saying that we are Korean, okay, and we really want to have something in Korean, and they are like, you cannot do that. I don't know, like, why. Like, say today, if and you are trying to build something, and let's say you want to change the value of this button, you cannot do that in Typeform. Let's say, and we'll search for this change button value Typeform. Okay, so uh, here again, this is like, this is what I'm talking about. You cannot change this. So these are all the problems that like one of the biggest form builders have, and which we've literally solved. And we can say, next question, you can write anything that you want. Okay. Second thing, if you are, like today, if you are on Typeform, okay, and I'll literally show you this multilingual forms Typeform. Typeform themselves tell you that this is a workaround. And you imagine what a workaround means is that we're just trying to do something for you. And what they are doing is that they say that you can only set one language per type form, or else now if you want to do it within one type form, then what you will do is that you will create multiple questions. Like, say, you will, if you have a name field, you will create name field for English, you will create the same name field for Espanol. Similarly, for every field that you want, you will create two versions of that particular field. And then based on, like, You will let them select. So the moment they select a language, then you will take them to a logical flow. uh, and I don't know, like, and then they're saying, okay, if you don't want to do this, then you can use a different form altogether. Okay, now you click on submit, and then it takes you to a different type form. Like this is, so let's say if you have five languages and you have 10 questions, so you are adding 50 fields on that form, and then you are writing all that logic, and it's a nightmare. Now if you come back to make forms, all you have to do is you have to turn on the language that you need. You go into edit, okay, and if you write here, uh, I'll just translate because I don't know. I just know a little bit of Spanish. Okay, I'll just copy this and I'll paste it here. Okay, and now if you see the design tab and you change it, you can see it literally. It's so easy. And then we've got all the different types of designs that you would want, and then all those things that Typeform offers, like if you want to have an image, you'll just select an image that you want to add, and then even its positioning and everything, like everything that Typeform literally offers you, it's here. And then there are so many things, and today if you want to write the logic, it's very simple. Whereas if you were to use Typeform, then you would have to do the workflow, you'd have to create a flow chart and all those things, which is which I strongly feel for a normal person to write so much of stuff, it's like too complicated. And as I said, our mission at MakeForms is to build something that is, like, very simple, very secure. And even if you see, let's say today, if we search for Typeform Enterprise, uh, they literally say that Typeform Enterprise gives you the GDPR compliance. Like it's literally written on their website that Typeform offers GDPR. I think it's on the pricing plan. So if you go to the pricing, okay, I'll just, if you see, it says that even the GDPR compliance is available only in the enterprise offering. Can you believe that? Like GDPR
Wow.
compliance today is such a simple thing. Everyone wants them. But boom, like Typeform literally says, if you want GDPR compliance, take my enterprise plan. So today, if you have a client in, let's say, um, in EU, they need GDPR compliance. They love what Typeform is doing. Again, the whole thing of empowering the users, this we strongly feel in today's world, when things are getting so opened up, it's very difficult, like, to literally charge only for having the basic level of privacy compliance framework. So GDPR is not security, but GDPR is a privacy framework. And if you have to pay for the privacy of the user filling out the form, it's a big deal. And that's where make forms is built around. So I think this is the these two features we feel. Number one is language, because we strongly feel that that everyone deserves the right to have the forms in their own language. In fact, we are going one level below, one level above, and what we are doing next is we are allowing our users to select their default language. So right now you will have to create your form in English, and then you would have to add other languages. So that's where we are taking one step more, and we are allowing the users to set the default language. And I have one more good news, is that make forms itself as a tool is now available in multiple languages. So the moment you choose your dashboard language as Spanish, or let's say Italian or anything, the entire thing changes. Like this literally converts your dashboard into the different language. This is obviously on staging, so we don't have everything. We have only Spanish, but because we are testing it out, so that is what we are working on next. One more thing that we launched is the verification KYC secondary verification. So many LTD users did complain that there is a report abuse link in the like in the footer. So we went ahead, and the reason we had the report abuse all the time was because we wanted to make sure that people do not use this for phishing and all such kind of activities. So we had that report abuse link, but again, we really wanted to ensure that we find a way, and we do understand our users need that the people who are not using this for things like phishing or all such things, they don't need to be penalized with that report abuse link. So for us as a product owner, it was like we have to make a decision to get away with it, but while making sure that we also stop all the bad actors at place. So we went one step ahead, and we said that today if you do a KYC verification, it just takes 2 minutes, and you verify yourself, then we can remove the report abuse link. And this is the I would say that this kind of understanding, wherein we literally find solutions, and not just, again, it's about all about empowering the users, giving users the power so that they can empower us back. So that's all that we are all about, is listening to the users and not saying that we as a platform have decided this and this is how it's going to work. So that's how I think we are different from any other form too.
Okay, actually, I didn't even know that you have the secondary verification and the report abuse. So, okay, so for those who already have make forms, please go to settings, profile, and secondary verifications to make sure that you are verified. And once you are verified, we can make forms to remove the report abuse link at the bottom of your form. Now, we do have a few questions coming in. Let me
I
just
love
go.
I love this. So Asif is saying that Charlie did not promote any deal as much as he.
Except, yeah, except Charlie didn't promote any deals as much as he did make forms, which is true. I heard make forms, make forms, make forms, make forms. Okay.
Yeah,
Now, let's see the question from JD. Are we able to track make forms data in Google Analytics?
yeah. So I will take that answer. So yeah, I think right now what we are working on is, so right now you when you go on, let me share my screen.
Okay.
So right now, if you go to make forms, you will see that every form has a source associated with it. So let's say this is the source. So you can click the source, okay? And over there at the bottom, you will see something called as analytics and page tracking. So you can just enable this, okay? So you can put in your Facebook pixel tracking, you can put in your Google Analytics. This is something that we are launching new, which is the Google Tag Manager. So then you are not restricted only to analytics, but you can bring in any damn analytics that you want to. So if you put in your Google Tag Manager, then and through the Tag Manager, you can also load any other analytics tool apart from Facebook and Google Analytics.
Okay. And another question we have here: do you have plans to add duplicate checker and form scheduling features?
So duplicate checker is something that's on the roadmap. How we are doing it is we are working on a feature wherein you click the field and you can mark that field as unique. So as soon as you mark the field as unique, it cannot be the same. Let's say if you have email address as a unique field, so then the user won't be able to fill that form with the same email address again. Now coming back to the calendar, what we are working on right now, we already have an integration with Calendly. What we are trying to do is create a form field called appointment. This is pretty much in a very early stages right now. So what we are doing is you just add an appointment field, you connect your Google Calendar, and then what you will we will do is we will let you set your appointment schedule. So very much in the basic state right now, but there is a high chance that we might literally bring in Calendly kind of systems within MakeForms. This is highly being worked upon right now. The product team is vetting multiple open source options like cal.com, and we are finding a way to literally have Calendly within MakeForms. But this is probably scheduled to be somewhere in Q3 2024. But I would say it is absolutely one of the most important features that we feel that any form tool should have.
Great, great. I agree with that one. Scheduling is very important. Now, can we run FB ads with Makeform? JD, can I assume that this
For
question
MakeForms.
means you run your ads using the forms?
Yeah, and then probably no. I think what Jaideep is trying to say is that he wants to run ads for MakeForms because with MakeForms, like I'm not sure.
I think what he's trying to say is that, okay, so now I created this beautiful form on Makeforms. Can I run
Oh,
FB ads to link to it?
no, no. So we that was exactly the thing that we wanted to do, but it seems that Facebook comes in with their own form builder, and yeah, they don't accept any third-party form tools.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So
Yeah.
the limitation is actually on the Facebook side and not on the
Yeah,
Makeform side for
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay. So I saw Ruhani did some automation with Makeforms. I have no idea what automation Ruhani did, but I know that Makeforms can integrate. We can integrate with Makeforms via Pabbly Connect, and we have other integrations now as well. I know Flowmatic we can integrate with Makeforms. Okay,
Uh,
anything
yes, sir.
Zapier?
So there are two types of automation. So let me share my screen.
Okay,
So number one is the workflows. So you can literally create a workflow. So let's say you have a submission coming in. Okay, so you can probably you want to review it, then you want to send a notification, then you want to like bring in an approver, and then based on this approver can do these three things like either they can approve, decline, or put on hold. And let's say if you want to add in your own let's say work. Okay, I need to edit this. So you can like you can create multiple workflows, and then whenever a response comes in, it goes into the approval inbox, and then this is what the approval inbox looks like. So then the user can, and this is what the entire workflow looks like, that okay, this has gone to this, then Pratik was notified, then he declined, so there was another notification, and all this. So you can, this is one level of workflow that you can create. If we talk about automations, we connect with Zapier, we connect with Pabbly, we connect with Make.com, and actually Pabbly has did an amazing job of building this page, and they've also created a couple of videos. So you can go to their website, and you can see this. Three videos that they have created wherein they have literally shown how you can integrate make forms with Pabbly, and then through Pabbly Connect you can connect it and do your automations.
nice, nice. So, and do you have any A/B testing feature?
So I would say we do not have A/B testing feature internally, but what you can do is you can actually create multiple links for the same forms. So let's say today you have, let's say this is a form that we have. Okay, so I can create multiple links. So let's say I create a link for this, and I would say book a demo, and I'll say book demo link, and I'll just create this. So now you will get two different forms, and you can like literally send your people. You give these two links to your Google AdWords, and Google will do that split, and then whenever you get any responses, you will have it in front of your source, so you know that which source actually work for you. So this is how you can do A/B testing with MakeForms. So like multiple links for the same form is how you would do it.
Okay. Oh yes, because you can track actually each and every the analytics for each and every link. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. And could we verify email and phone numbers?
Yep. You can verify your email and phone numbers actually.
And for the phone numbers, you need to have your Twilio account.
Yeah, yeah, and this is only for LTD users. Like,
Right.
you can bring in your own Twilio account. The regular MRR make forms customers cannot bring in their Twilio account, and they need to purchase the SMS credits from us. However, the email verification credits are unlimited. You don't need to purchase them.
How about the LTD users? Can we purchase those SMS credits?
If you want, you can definitely purchase. No one is stopping you from doing that.
Okay.
So what you will do is you will go to your settings, you will go on add-ons, and these are the mobile verification credits that you would purchase. So that's how you purchase the verification credits. And actually, even if you see our book a demo form, we verify their email addresses. So verifying an email address is very easy. All you need to do is you need to click on the email, and then here there is a button that says enable verification, and you're done.
Okay.
Similarly with the phone number.
Okay, so you're telling me now that email verification is so easy. For us, the form creators, yes, but for those that are filling up the form, they're asking, hey, can we have some easy CAPTCHA verification? Because I
Maggie.
use MakeForm for the
Okay.
giveaways, and it's so tough every time. It takes 1 minute to do his verification.
No, so I think it's about the captcha verification. So Alma, can you just tell me again NTTL dot, okay, entity dot L.
Sorry, what are you looking for?
No, so I'm looking for one of your forms because I probably know that what is the.
Okay, just give me a moment. I'll actually send you the link to the form.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, so
So it's on the private chat.
okay, just give me a second. Okay, so are you verifying the email
Only the
address?
email. Yes.
Okay, can I let me see. So I think, but the question is not about the email address verification, but the captcha verification. So captcha
Um,
is something different. So
yes, if we can have an easy CAPTCHA verification, because right now I use the email verification and it takes time.
so by default, all the make forms that are published, there is recaptcha coming in already.
Okay.
It's just that we like we hide the recaptcha icon, because many people don't want the icon. So even if you see this, like I am on your link, so you can see that right now, this is the page. So if I click on inspect element, and if I search for recaptcha, so there's already a recaptcha on your page. Like literally, there is recaptcha. So you don't need to actually go in and turn on the email verification, because we put in recaptcha by default in all our forms. Because if
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. You did not tell me last time. So I actually enabled verification, and a lot of people are telling me, hey, this is getting more difficult to fill up. So they really have to work hard to win make forms now. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. So let's see here. And
Is it able to create forms with smart conditional logic?
right.
Yeah, let me actually show you as to what like I have built, because we are literally building a form where you can calculate what kind of pricing will be, like we are building a comparison table between make forms and type form. So let me actually show you what that form looks like. So this calculation is so smart that today, if you drag and select the number of users, it tells you that if you were to use make forms, then you would be paying this much amount, and with type form, you will be spending this much. And if the moment you go above $50,000, it brings in the type form enterprise pricing. Now, what we've done is we have used a mix of logic plus the calculated field. Okay, so if you will see the logics that I've set up here, this is an insane amount of logic. Actually, it took me about 1 hour to build this form. Okay, how we've done this is make forms. If you check out the make forms plan, okay, the pricing plan. So the way it works is that the basic plan comes with 5,000 submissions, the pro plan comes with 15,000, and the agency comes with 150,000 plans. So what we did initially is that we created a logic where we said that if the number of submissions are between 0,000 to 5,000, then we will change the value of make forms plan to E, which is essential. Similarly, we first set the plans for make forms, like 5 to 15,000 would be the pro plan, and the 15,000 to 150,000 would be the agency plan. Similarly, now the problem with type form is that in with make forms, you are always assured that if you have up to 5,000 users, you really don't have to worry. But with Typeform, there is a trick. Like if you check their pricing, what they've done is they've played it very smartly. Uh, like every time you see, like over here, for the $29 per month, you get only 100 responses, and then every time you add another 150, 250, it keeps on adding more pricing. So this was very tricky for us to build. So like similarly with $59, you can have 1K responses default, and then you can select more, like 100, you can add more 500 responses, and similarly with the business plan. So we went in, and then we said that okay, for the type form, if it's between 0 to 750, then and another thing, like you cannot publish your type form on your own domain. So we also said that okay, the moment you want to publish on your own domain, so even if you have like 100 responses and you want to publish on your own domain, Typeform would be charging you 2,000. So then we had those kind of logics built in where we changed the pricing plan, and then we had what we've done is that next we have set the plan value. So if the make forms plan is essential, then change the plan value. Similarly for Typeform, we said that okay, if it's business plan, change the value. Now with Typeform, there was another new parameter of extra responses that came in. So what we would do is that here we now have all the conditions for, like if the type form was between 100 and 250 responses, then add another $5. Then similarly, for based on every plan, we set the value for the extra type form plan responses cost. Finally, what we did is we said that the type form total cost will be the type form basic plan plus the extra responses cost, and then we added them, and finally we arrive at the final cost. So today, if you see, if you just do this, then this literally gives you the real time comparison. And then what we did is that finally we built a calculated field called savings, wherein we said that okay, the type form total cost minus the make forms cost into 12. So this literally tells you that you would be saving this much amount per year by switching to make forms. Now this is so empowering for me because 2 years ago, if I had to build this kind of a calculator, I would have had to go to my developer. But right now, in just 1 hour, I just built this entire thing. So
Wow.
so this is like, and now we went one step ahead, and now since we have this new type of one at a time form, we are literally building a type form alternative page. And over here we are saying that we will use the type form template, and we will let the type form users use make form and see how much they can save by using the kind of design that Typeform provides. So this is the level of complexity that. So if you want a very simple form, you're most welcome. But if you want to build extremely smart and like extremely powerful forms like comparison calculators, and you are ready to put in your like time to learn make forms and be a master, believe me, you really can build wonders using make forms because this is so powerful.
Okay, great. I have another question. This is my personal question. Like, okay, so now I use MakeForms, but I also have Formaloo. So I have this form maker, and Formaloo has this ability that I can embed the form like a chatbot format.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that something that you have now?
We have that, but it does not work as a chatbot. We just have the chatbot kind of interface. So let's say today, if you wanted to embed your form, okay, and here you have the floating button icon. So
Mhm.
what will happen is that it will have this. When you click it, it comes up like this, and then the user can play with that form. I'm not sure. I know that Formula has a chatbot because it was advertised very heavily. And I'm not sure if so. So when we talk about chatbot, the thing is that it should ask you one question at a time. Like, hey, what's
Right.
your name? Then wait for your answer. If then that is something. Then yeah, we don't have this.
It's okay. So I'm just
That's
trying
fine.
to find out do you have it or not because I've been looking for it. It's like, oh, okay, looks like
Yeah.
this wasn't
So, but
intent.
we
No
have
problem.
another baby project that we built a couple of months ago, and it was called BabbleBox. So this is basically uh, like using the same backend as MakeForms, but this is still very experimental, and it uses ChatGPT NLP to like ask the question and gauge if that answer is correct or not. So if let's say it's asking you for your full name and you said okay just P, so it will analyze it and it says okay it's a bit short, please can you give me a complete name, and you can just let's say type only Pratik. Then it would say okay I appreciate Pratik, but can I have a full name? So I would write okay Pratik Ghela, and then it says okay now this is a full name, and it goes back. So all that verification that we were doing, which was very very basic, it now can be converted into like a more of this can be more of a natural language, I would say. But this is yet very experimental in very early stages. We are way we are because the way OpenAI is moving so fast, we just thought that it's better to hold off for some time with new product dev around AI. So BabbleBox is more of experimental right now. We think that in next 6 months we'll also have BabbleBox as a product itself that will still use the make forms as a backend, but it can be embedded within make forms. I still don't have an answer, and I think that's the kind of chatbot you need, which literally talks to your user in natural language.
Yeah, I've seen Babel a
BabbleBox.
few Babel. box a few weeks ago. So yeah, but you haven't launched it yet, right? Yes,
So
in
it's an
selling,
it's experimental.
right?
It's
Okay, okay.
yeah.
So let us know once you have it. Are you going to Rocket Hub for that?
So the plan is to, so like we really don't want to have multiple portfolio products because it really like competes with the same product. It makes more sense for us to actually launch BabbleBox as part of MakeForms,
Mhm.
because it's only going to empower MakeForms rather than being a competing tool for MakeForms. So in if the most sane person, like if only if you are insane you would launch two different products and make them compete with each other.
Okay. Now that you're saying that, so do you mean that MakeForms Ltd users now would have access to
Once
BabbleBox?
that's what we are aiming for.
Yay!
But again, as I said, that it's still very early, very experimental phase. We've got a lot of work to do there. So even if we do pick it up, because right now what we are working on internally is something called as data pilot. And when I talk about data pilot, it's like you literally ask the questions, because let's say today you have, let's say, so many form submissions. Let's say you have a giveaway, there are 5,000 people in that giveaway. Okay, now you literally want to tell AI that, hey AI, just go in and pick up a winner for me. The data copilot goes in, picks up a winner. And if you see, today collecting data is one job, but the second data is to literally like work on those data. So let's say today you are collecting some kind of a survey, okay, and you want to say, let's say you did a survey of what kind of food do people like, okay, and you also ask them that which countries do they like to visit. Now what you want to do is you want to ask a question to the data pilot that, hey, please let me know that all the people who would love to visit Germany, what number of people would also like to have Indian or Mexican food. And now the data pilot goes into the form data, it just surveys all the data, comes back to you, and gives you the perfect answer. Okay, that's where the game changes. That's what we are trying to build. We are trying to build that kind of data pilot right now. Yeah, and I feel that if I see the priority today between BabbleBox and DataPilot, then DataPilot is something which I strongly feel is more useful than BabbleBox. So the focus is pretty much on the DataPilot right now.
Okay. And by the way, guys, I just dropped the link for our live giveaway. And what are you giving away today, Pratik?
We're giving away one tier one MakeForms entity.
And because Sujit said that it's so tough to do the email verification, so I already removed the email verification. It's very easy on my side. And you promised me there's recaptcha, okay?
Yeah, there's going to
Okay,
be something.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, because it's very important to have the quality of the data in the forms to be correct. Although, would recaptcha capture something? No, I don't think so. For example, I mistakenly entered my email, one letter is missing. Recaptcha cannot solve that, right?
No, so reCAPTCHA is to stop the bots. It's not
Right.
to do the verification. So
Okay.
if you really want to ensure that the email addresses are correct, I would strongly recommend you to enable verification.
Okay. And there is actually a question of that about, do you have any honeypots to stop bots from entering forms?
So honeypot is a really interesting thing. But when once we've started implementing reCAPTCHA, Google reCAPTCHA is so powerful that we literally understood that there is no need to actually do the honeypot thing for this.
Okay. And okay, also from me, I have two more questions on the. It's more on the UI.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whenever I try to change the title of a form,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see the entire title, and sometimes some of the characters, because I duplicate the forms, so some of the characters all the way to the end were not replaced. And how can I see the entire line of title?
So help me with this.
Okay,
So when you say title, let's try to create a new form.
right. Or the form name. Actually, that's what I mean.
Okay.
So on the so inside here you have the title right on the top left of your screen.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can only see a very small part of it, like a very short part of it,
Okay. Understood. So this is basically the name of the form. So
right?
let's say you're doing a webinar, make forms, giveaway. So this title is going to be on your over here.
Yes, exactly. Now, my issue with that right now, or my pain at least, is that I duplicate forms because it's exactly the same form, but I just change the name of the title of the
Yeah.
form.
So
But
what you can also do
mhm,
is that you would just go to your form. You will go
mhm.
to your sources. You will open the link. You will just open the link metadata. Okay, and then you would just enter. Let's say this is a form to enter the make forms give away, and then
Okay,
this is the description. You can also change the fav icon and the thumbnail. Now I'll save this and go back to the sources. I open this link, and you can see that now the title of this is changed.
okay, got it. So now I know how to do it from another way. And one more question is, how can I delete a workspace?
So the account and workspace deletion is not yet possible.
Hmm.
Uh, as much as I know and I am aware, the account level deletion is done, but workspace level deletion is not there yet, and it's still going to take some time. And we really want to be very cautious when we are releasing anything, because we don't want the existing things to break. So that's exactly what we are working on right now, and it will take some time to release actually.
Okay, no problem. It's just that sometimes I think I am not looking hard enough, or so is it there or is it not? So now
No,
it's confirmed it's
not
not there
possible.
yet,
No, no.
which is fine.
Yeah.
So guys, so we already have the form sent out. Let me see the responses.
So Joginder is saying that why you change email password login to MagicLink, and I have a very interesting answer for you.
Okay, thank you.
In fact, I can share with you what was wrong with that. So just let me show you the analytics that we got. Okay, so this is the sign up journey. Okay, so what we saw that initially on our sign up pages, we were asking the user to enter their username, email, password, three things, and then we tried to have all these parameters. Okay, so if people were logging through, so if let's say
Wait a moment.
about
Yeah, we cannot see your screen. Okay, let's go here.
okay, can see my screen.
Yes, now we can see your screen.
So now let's say if the person comes in, okay, and we were asking them for three things: the username, password, and email address. And there were six interaction. Like first, the person will click the username, enter the username, click the email address, enter the email address, click the password, enter the password and click the sign in. Now, if we see the data, so let's say about 20% of 2,750 users came in, which is like 500 users. If you see the drop that's happening, like 500 users came, they clicked the username, out of them, 100 people dropped. Now, when they enter their email address, 200 people drop. Now they change, like out of 240 people, again, like there is 9% drop here. Then there is drop here. So we started with 557 users who wanted to sign up. Now, if you see only 157 users, that is like 400 users literally did not go through that entire journey. Okay. So this gave us an indication that if we are asking so many questions, like 3 questions, which is not too much, it just takes probably 20 seconds to fill up, there was almost 80 percentage of drop in the sign up ratio. So and as a SaaS company, we cannot afford that, because LTD is definitely just one of the things that we want to do. We want to have the regular MRR to grow, and if we are literally like having 80% of drop off, then it's a big problem. So we had to optimize it. So now we've changed the login from email address and password to MagicLink.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is just a, they're not related. You guys got nothing to do with this, but I want you guys to understand that as a SaaS founder, it just does not stop at creating a product, but there's so many things that you have to look into, and you have to gauge, like, why is this thing working or why is this thing not working. And this is just one of the things, like just a small glimpse in my daily life that I've given it to you.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So let me see if any other questions. So I believe we answered all the questions, and we are ready to draw the winners now. And I will now share my screen because of that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that Elma, in next few months, you
Mm.
won't even have to export all your data and take it to a third party tool to run your raffle, because
Yes.
that's going to happen through the data copilot. It's going to happen within MakeForms.
Nice. Okay, because right now I export it and then I put it
And
on the another software. So I am going to call everyone here. I have Alberto, Amir, Anoa Rule, Asif, BL Samota, Darren, HM, JD, Jeffrey, Joginder, Joshua, Kabir, Mark, Mizanur, Nur Muhammad, Ranveer, Shah Jahan, Shiva Kumar, Sujit, oh, Venki is here, and Victor and Wallace. So thanks so much again for your time, guys, for joining us here today. And we are going to draw our winner for today. And how can they claim the prize? How can the winner claim the prize? Oh, Mandy is not. Okay, Mandy, I will add you in. Just give me a moment. Okay. And I'll reach out to Mandy to find out what was the reason he cannot submit the form. Okay, so we ready? There you go. So the winner is HM Shuja. And how can HM claim his prize? How come I cannot hear you?
Sorry.
One moment.
To create and make forms account,
Mhm.
give their email address to you or me, and I'll just go ahead and have them upgraded to tier 1.
Okay, perfect. So congratulations to HM and thanks to everyone for joining us. And you can see how advanced MakeForm is, even though it's only a 1.5 year old in the making. So
Yeah.
we can see much more things or much more features to come. So good night and see you again next week. And we are going to have another set of live streams next week. Thanks so much and
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thanks, Alma. Take care, everyone. Bye
Thanks,
bye.